Time to start the build on the MK3 Golf Cabriolet. 2-litre injection. But we're starting in a bad place because I broke it. Yeah, so first things first, a little story about when I got this car and all that stuff. So let's get to it. This was the car when I bought it a few months ago. It basically came pretty much standard, a couple of rusty bits on the front wings. It came fitted with coilovers, horrendous black wheels, and that was it really. It just pretty much stock apart from coilovers and wheels. Since then, I have painted the horrendous wheels, a nice chromy silver colour, fitted some smoked front indicator and fogs, and put a really nice exhaust tip on it. Other than that, I've not really done much to the car. I don't know if you saw in the last video, but I was driving home and my alternator was getting so hot that it was smoking. So I had the intelligent idea at the side of the road, just to get me home without the car catching fire. I know what I'll do. I'll cut the belt. There should be enough power in the battery to get me home. So that's what I did, side of the road, cut the belt, thought, yeah, nothing to it. Got about 3 miles down the road. Actually, I think it was more than that. I was actually sat in traffic for a while, which wasn't good. Got down the road and realised, hang on a minute, it just suddenly occurred to me, what have I done? It also powers the water pump, which is there. Car massively overheated. Anyway, I was stuck in Hitchin Town Centre on the one-way system at the traffic lights, holding up traffic for 2.5 hours until I waited for it to cool down. Got to the petrol station, waited for the AA. If you see here, I had an ordeal with the AA towing me home at ridiculous speed. Check this out. I'm at the side of a really busy road, and I just had to pull over and cut my alternator belt off because the alternator's got so hot it was smoking. So I'll have to drive home without an alternator and hope I get home. Wish me luck.
2 hours later.
We're now currently sat in a petrol station because that belt also powered the water pump. I don't know why I didn't remember that, because this is my 11th MK3 Golf. Yeah, I'm halfway home from work, waiting for the AA out because the water pump, because the belt I just cut off the alternator powered the water pump, so I've just massively overheated. And now I'm waiting for the AA, which every time they're 5 minutes away, they add 10 minutes to it. So far it's been 2 hours. So, still waiting.
1 eternity later.
And we're now getting towed with the AA. And here we go, on tow home. It's just missed my turning, it's gone the wrong way. What the fuck, it's gone the wrong way? Surely it's not normal for the AA to tow this fast when you're towing a car on a fucking bar. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? So today we're going to replace the alternator. I've got a new belt for that. First things first, we need to get the auxiliary belt that powers the powered steering pump off down there, the thin one. Although, because I've already cut the belt, I might just take the alternator off first, because it's right here. There's a bolt down here and there's a bolt there, so that could just come out the way first. But first things first, unplug the plug here. Down here, I've already unplugged this plug that goes to there. Then I've got to undo this bolt and this little clip that holds the wire. Then it's a matter of undoing the bolt down there, which is on a spring, which allows you to adjust the alternator tension on the belt. And I'm going to undo this bolt, and hopefully I should just be able to pull it out. So let's get to that. And there we have it. The alternator is out. Be careful of the spring, because that pops out. This spring here, that will pop out and fall on the floor. That spring, when you put the new one back on, goes into this little divot groove here. And you see this slider here, that's what tensions it. So, and then you do the bolt up. Right, alternator's out. Now I've got to kind of get underneath, undo something underneath to get release tension on that thin belt. Simply just so I can get the new belt on, really. That's the only reason. So, let me try and get underneath and yeah. Okay, under here we have this thing here. which has got little teeth on a sprocket, if you can see there. What you need to do here is you need to undo this bolt here to enable this to swing backwards and forwards, and you need to undo this nut. And as I showed you before, you've got these teeth here. So if I grab this adjustable spanner, because I can't really ask to look for the right one, and I turn this, you should see it move along the wheel. See that? There we go. And then you can just take the belt off. Just like that. Just like that, he says. Just like that, he says. Just like that. Just like that, he says. Come on, you bastard. And just like that, you can take the belt off. Right, let's put a new alternator on now. Time to make sure we got the right alternator. It looks the same to me. I don't mind the mess. Looks pretty much the same to me. That's in the same place, that's right. These clips are the same, yep. Yeah, looks good to me. Right, now let's get this in there. That spring's going to be an arse, but we'll deal with that when we get to it. Okay, there we have it. Nothing's done up yet, but that main bolt there, I put this on here first. I got that bolt through and started it. Then I used my hand to make sure the spring was located in its little dimple. Then I used my right hand to push down on this, and my left hand to get the single little screw in down here. Done it up, and it's in. So all I've got to do now is do this bolt up, but not fully tight, because it needs to be able to move to put the belt on. Yeah, so do this up, not all the way, and that's pretty much it, apart from plugging stuff in. But yeah, I'll still go through it though. Okay, I've done these bolts up almost tight, so they went tight and then I backed them off a tiny bit, so it's still able to move, but it kind of holds down a bit. Okay, so right now it's time to get the belt on. This belt on this car goes over that, and that. That and that. So I'm going to get this belt on. Make sure you look for direction of travel on these belts if they've got them. Does this have direction of travel on it? I don't think this one does, but I'm going to have the writing that way because it looks better. Right, I'll get the belt on, and then what you've got to do to get the belt on is basically get it on the two bottom ones there, and then there's a little slot there to put a big screwdriver or bar in. You pull on that, it pulls this down, then you can get the belt to here and let go of that, and it tensions. And then you do the bolts up. So that's what I want to do now. Go, like I said, put the screwdriver in there, and you can push this down, see, and let go, and it tensions that. So that's done. Now I can do up the bolts tight. Now it's tensioned. Might even put it up a bit, get a bit more tension on it. Belt is on, all done up. I'm a bit worried that these pulleys don't look in line. If you look at the water pump pulley, it looks slightly in, but I'm worried this is too far out. But it seems to line up with that one, but yeah, I'm worried that this pulley is a bit far over. I might have the wrong, but everything else looks identical. But when I start it up, it might all line up. Right, it's time to get the bottom one back on. Yeah, I'll get that on. And yeah, that'll be that. It's time to get this belt back on here, which goes around there, around there, and back onto there. Let's do that and turn it. Right. Then what we do here is, there we go, and tighten. That's still tight? Yeah, that's pretty tight. Okay, that's perfect. Right, do that up. Tight. Make sure that's done up tight. There we go, that's tight. There we go, belts are on. Not happy about that. It's not touching that belt, is it? No, right. Now I'm going to turn the engine over and see if the belt's like the middle belt lines up on this pulley. When I turn the engine over, oh, by the way, the battery's flat from me taking the alternator off, so I've got a makeshift battery here that it started it. First things first, I need to fill it up with water again because it boiled all the water out of it, so let's do that. What am I saying? I've still got to put these wires on the alternator yet, haven't I? Alright, let's do that. Okay, wires are now on. Now it's time to put water in. You can't beat Audi's version of Robinson's. Even cars like it. No, I haven't got any coolant right now, so I'm just using water for now. Right, that's up to max, just over max. Right, let's put this makeshift battery on and see how much coolant we actually lost. Moment of truth. Guns off, done that one. Right. Hopefully that belt, it's still spinning the water pump, so that's good. The coolant dropped. Okay, so that all seems good. Okay, everything seems good. There's no water returning. Right, I'm going to go get some more water, just in case it drops. Right, there we go. I'm going to quickly turn it off, just to see if that belt has lined itself up. It's a hissing noise, what is that? Right, has this belt lined itself up on the pulley? Oh, it has! Oh, that's perfect, that belt has lined itself up. What's that hitting? What is that? What is that? Something's hissing. I don't like it. What is that hissing noise? It's gone now. Right, anyway, that lined itself up on the pulley. That's brilliant. Let's start it up and just, I want to see if, get it up to temp and see if I've done any damage. When I, yeah. Let's not talk about it. What is that hissing noise? Why is there tape on there? See, I've not actually gone over this car properly yet. Not actually gone over this car properly yet since I've got it, but now we're going to start doing it. So, I'm not sure if you're aware, but in one of my last, I don't think I videoed it, I actually replaced this rusty area, this rusty patch here with a repair panel. I will be doing a video on how to do that when I do the other side. And that's actually just vinyl that I've got from work. I will be painting it the right colour at some point, but you can see the difference in colour, but yeah. Right. Water seems to be returning in there. As it dropped, as the water dropped. No, it seems to be sitting there. Right. Right, I'm going to let this get up to temperature, see if I've got any water leaks or anything from when I overheated, if the head gasket's bad, or check what the water's like in there. Fingers crossed I didn't cook the head. We'll see, won't we?
A few moments later.
Well, there we go. Fan has kicked in. It's up to temperature. It's not overheating. The belts are all doing what they should. The coolant's sitting lovely. It's not going down. It's returning. If you look there, you can see the coolant return. Oh, you can't do it if you can on camera. I fixed a few things. That hissing noise was actually this leak here, so I put a new clip on it. I've just seen there's actually a cable tie on there, so I'm going to put a clip on there as well, just to be sure. Put some new vacuum lines on there. Other than that, it seems to be good to go. All good. Lovely. Happy days. She is fixed. Right, that's the first part of this compilation. No. I'm doing a series on building this car, basically. There we go. You've seen some of the other bits I've done on it. You saw me stupidly cut the belt, but fixed it. All done, not overheating. So everything is good. She's running sweet as a nut again. Coolant's all fine. Sorted out the hissing noise. I'm happy. There's a little rattle coming from underneath, but I think it's something to do with the exhaust, so I'm not bothered about that right now. But we do have some rear wheel spaces to put on this. If you look at the back there, the wheels are tucked in a bit. Got some space, so I'm not going to do it in this video, but that's what's happening. Thank you for watching today's video. That is how you do an alternator and the belts on a Mark III Golf. The 2-litre engine, probably the same on all the others, to be fair, but it's the same technology from the 90s. So yeah, that's that. I'm well chuffed. I can use this as my little daily again while I get the Passat in the workshop to fit a new, I'm just going to say it, I bought myself an upgraded turbo with a billet flywheel, high flow turbo, beefed up bearings to handle more power, reliably. I bought myself a turbo for the Passat, brand spanking new, in the box. It's a bit of kit. It cost me quite a bit of money, to be fair. Probably cost me half what this car cost me. So I can't wait to get it on and scare the crap out of myself. So anyway, see you in the next one, people. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out my other videos because it really helps me out on the channel. Trying to get me subscriber count up, but it's slow on here, innit? But if you like what I do, I'm rambling. Just go and do it.